Welcome back to another week's video, the place for creators to learn all things monetization, blogging tips, growing your creative business, and helping you to do the very thing that you love unapologetically. In today's video, guys, we are going to be talking about blogging yet again, but really today's video is all about blogging benefits as a content creator. You guys know I'm always ranting and raving about blogging, of course, but I really wanted to highlight in today's video how blogging can be very beneficial to your business as a content creator. So let's talk about it. You guys know I'm always providing you with tips and techniques on why blogging is the best, right? For you to check out my recent videos on the 4 simple steps to start a blog, you can check it out here. And also when I discuss why blogging is still the best business model and still relevant in 2020, check out that video as well and my other related blogging videos. But I always say blogging is the best. And today I want to share with you really for content creators out there, or how it can be beneficial to your business as you are positioning yourself creating content on a daily basis. Now, as I said before, creating content can be a lot of work. So when you're creating content on a daily basis, a weekly basis, a monthly basis, you are sharing your content as related to whatever industry you're in, whether that be lifestyle, motherhood, business, marketing, whatever, right? So creating content can be a lot, right? It can be time consuming. It can be overwhelming. You don't know what to put out there. So one of the special benefits of blogging as a content creator is that it can streamline the process. So when you are creating all these things, when you are creating this content, when you're creating the next best thing for your content, having a blog can streamline that whole approach for you because you're actually controlling the content that you put out there. Sure, you're creating your content and you're putting it on social media, you do control that, but when you have an actual blog for your audience to refer back to, when you have an actual blog where you can share the latest, the best, or a really big thing that you want to showcase to your audience, you can revert it back to your blog. And what do I always say, right? Blog is ownership. It's like your website, so you own it. You don't own social media. So streamlining your content over on your blog will not only make it easier, it's smarter. And you're working smarter and not harder. So think about that. So sure, when you're doing a blog post, you may have to, depending on how often you blog, you may have to do a new release once a week, or maybe you do new releases twice a week or once a month, or however you want to blog. But it's streamlining that whole approach because you will always have something for your audience to revert back to and go back to, that's yours, that you own, that you control. And not only that, when they're going back to your blog, they can see the host of everything else. They can see everything else in your home, right? Your internet home is what they say with websites. So when they're coming over to your blog, they can see all the other content that you have out there. They can peep out your shop if you have products. They can peep out the About You section to learn more about you and what you do. It's just a more control atmosphere. Like when we're on social media, we have the bio that tells a little bit about us, and then you see your little 9 pictures, your top 9 pictures, and you can scroll for days if you want, going all the way back to your post, but it's not yours, right? It's Instagram, it's Facebook, and people get caught up in the scroll hole, so they may look in that and get bored. If they come to your blog where your website is hosted and belong, they can just get lost on your whole blog platform that whole entire time. And they're just looking and they're reading and they're scoping and they're clicking on this and they're checking out this product. They may add it to a cart, they may purchase, they may save information, bookmark it, they may go and write down some pieces you have. It just would streamline the approach way better for you in your content. So definitely that's one of the benefits of having a blog and blogging for your content creation and your business. The other benefit for blogging as a content creator is you can repurpose the content. So like I said, content creating is a lot, and it's a lot that you have to create, right, to get your information out there. So when you have a blog and you're blogging consistently, you can repurpose that content. And I talked about that before with repurposing content. You can repurpose it in videos. You can repurpose it in audio. You can repurpose it on an Instagram, Facebook story, what have you. But when you have your blog, you can just have all that information stored over, just like I said, with streamlining. But at the same sense, with all of that blogging content that you have on your blog, you can transition it now into Facebook or Instagram or a live or an interview or a workshop or an offer, a program, a course, an email. Like, it's so many unlimited options that you can do with repurposing your content. And I think it can definitely start day one with the blog, because blogs are a minimum, well, the minimum they say 500 words, but some people are doing less, some people are doing more, up to 1,000 words. I know in the beginning when I started, I was doing at least a little over 500, then I got longer blog posts to 1,000. So think how much content that you can produce out of that 500 word blog post. Like, you could take portions and paragraphs and transfer that over to Instagram and Facebook as captions. You could take another paragraph and transfer that into a podcast clip or a pre-intro story. You could take the last paragraphs, you can take that and put it as an article or a newsletter for your email. You can make it an opt-in. You can do so much with it. So that's so much easier, right? Than you have to create new content on a daily basis where you're wiped out and you're overwhelmed and you're confused and you're not knowing what to do, what to share, and you're just overwhelmed in the creation mode. You will already have that information on your blog and you just copy and pasting it, but being creative in another way. So that's another benefit that you can think about, because that benefit is going to save you time, it's going to save you energy, and it just makes it a lot easier, way easier for you in your business overall when you constantly have to create content in your space. So definitely a benefit to go with. So what tips do you have that have worked for you in your business as a content creator? Like, what are some benefits that you think are good with blogging? Do you have a blog? Have you thought about starting a blog? Let me know. Share some tips of what you think blogging would do for your business, or what has it already done in your business as a content creator. Just as they say, knowledge is the new currency. So that brings me to my next benefit of blogging as a content creator, which is information before transaction. So we all here in the online space that you have to provide value and you have to build that know, like, and trust factor. And people need to know information, and you got to get the information to the people. You got to get it to connect. You got to make sure that you're solving a problem, right? We hear all of that in the online space. So one of the great benefits of blogging is your information is stored. As I said before, streamlining of course, but your information is there. So people have the information, they're reading it, they're keeping up with your consistency, they're keeping up with your levels of blogging, they're keeping up with when your new blog posts are released, right? So they know the information is there, they know the information is coming, they know what all your information consists of. So many times when we're getting back to that know, like, and trust factor, people want to know who you are and what you're doing, what you're talking about. So by them consuming that information consistently, they are getting to know you, they get to know your business, they get to know your brand, and how can it help them? How can what you're talking about solve a situation in their life? And what comes next? The transaction. So information, then transaction is the next benefit, because people are already knowing who you are and what you're about, and they're learning more about you. And like they say, it takes people several times to see you and what you're doing before they decide to purchase with you. Some people say it takes 7 times. Some people say it takes 15 times. And building my business myself, I was like, oh my God, like, just thinking about myself as a consumer, it takes me longer than that to actually purchase from someone. So you have to think about that in your business. Like, how can I put myself out there on a daily basis in a massive aspect so people can see me and what I do. And blogging is the perfect benefit in doing that for your business as a content creator, because you have all that information, like I said, and it's just easier for you to put your content out there. So when you're making your posts, you do your blogging, but you still making your posts on Facebook and Instagram. If you have YouTube, if you have a podcast, still do all of that, but you want to get people to know you and like you and get that information. And storing it on your blog will be easier, just like I said, because it's yours and you can control it, but at the same time it gives them the information to go and be nosy and look on everything you have done and what's coming next and what to expect. So when you have that information there, they're getting to know you, they're getting to understand, they even get into your mission and your purpose, like it goes deeper, right? So by you having all that information, they can't help but to make that purchase and be a part of your audience and be your consumer and customer. So definitely think about that when you are releasing your blog posts and the information for your content. Like I said, as a consumer, sometimes it takes us years of following someone before you make a purchase. So being that you have your blog, you will always have something to carry you with as your little digital asset so that people can get to know you and your information and your business and brand. The hidden truth when it comes to blogging, not just as a content creator, but just overall, like a lot of businesses start with the blog, guys. A lot of businesses, especially personal brands, start with blogs. And even if you think about it, just like brands that you follow, like product-based brands or e-commerce sites, they have a blog. Like you go in there to shop or whatever, but they do have a blog where you can see like recipes or how to use this product. Like it's more information on there. So if you have a blog, you are opening it up to be just on that next level within your brand and your business. And not only that, you are able to serve your readers. So like I said, everybody's not looking to purchase on the first look at your business, or they're not ready to purchase at the first time looking at you. It takes them several times to make that decision. And then also you have to think about like serving your people on a higher scale. Some people are not just wanting to buy. Some people just want to come on here and read, and some people just want to know the information. So you can't be all pitchy and salesy all the time. You have to give information, and blogging is the easiest way to do so. I'm going to say it all the time, I think it's the best business model to start when you're trying to adapt and get your feet wet in the business world. But just having that content out there, that information out there on a scale base is leveraging and scaling your business for the long-term success. So once you serve your readers and you give them the information and the knowledge, they will put you in the forefront. You will be in the forefront among everybody else, all your competitors out there, because they're not doing what you're doing. They're just pitching, or they're not worried about it, right? They're not studying it or worried what other people are thinking. They're just trying to make a sale, quick buck. But you are actually educating people, teaching people, providing tips, how-tos, how I wore this best, where they can get this product, what's in the product. Like you're going more in depth with whatever your industry is looking for, your consumers and customers. So you will always come to the forefront when it is time to make that purchase, and even for them to continuously make purchases with you as loyal customers. You will be in the forefront. You will be the thought leader. You will build that credibility, and it will leverage your business in such a way where you will have all this organic growth coming out of nowhere because people recognize you and your brand and your business and want to support. So just think of it like that. Think of it like you serving your people, and then you build, when it's time for you to make that offer, whatever your offer is, they're gonna run to your cart and add it to the cart and buy, because you have put in that time, you have put in that lead work for them to know you and get the information that they came to get for, and they don't mind spending the next dollar. So think about that when you are growing your blog, starting your blog as a content creator, and how beneficial it can be to your overall business, and not just right now, but in the long run. Well, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video with me here today. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified as I put out new videos every single week. So was this helpful for you guys? Do you see where I'm going with the blogging benefits as a content creator? Is some of these tips and benefits helpful to you to apply to your business? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your feedback. And you feel like if you got any value, don't forget to share and like this post. Share with a friend that you think this can be beneficial to. And check out my recent videos for helping you guys discover, monetize, build your creative business and brand. And I will see you guys soon. Talk to you next week.